The story opens on a dusty road cutting through the war-torn continent. A young princess sits in the back of a cart, silent and guarded, while the man driving it, a grim bounty hunter, rides alongside a barrel filled with severed heads. The heads are his trophies, proof of his work, and the two exchange words that reveal the world's cruelty. He's not her savior, just another man doing business in a dying land. As they travel, their conversation hints at danger and the spreading corruption of the realm. People sell lives as easily as goods, and mercy has gone extinct. It's a grim, dirty beginning that sets the tone. This is no fairy tale kingdom. The scene shifts to the bustling chaos of a smoky tavern, where the rats, Mistel, Kaylee, Reef, Iskra, Ase, and their clever fixer, Jizz, enter like a small storm. They move fast, loud, and hungry. In the middle of the room, an old witcher, Brehen, is putting on a show. He's not fighting a monster, not anymore. He's faking battles for coins from drunks and gamblers. His yellow eyes glint with the residue of mutation and shame. He slashes the air and pretends to slay an invisible beast, playing up his legend for survival. While the crowd cheers, the rats use the distraction to their advantage. As Jizz and Ase stir attention, Kaylee sneaks behind Brehen's table and steals a small locked box from the Witcher's belongings, a chest that looks heavy enough to be filled with valuables. The rats slip out before he notices, laughing into the cold night with their supposed treasure. When they reach their hideout, a dark and dusty loft that smells of smoke and sweat, they crowd around the stolen box with greedy excitement. Kaylee pries it open, the hinges creaking. But inside, there's nothing of worth. No gold, no jewels, only worthless trinkets, worn coins, and scraps of parchment. Their smiles die fast. Mistel curses, Reef throws a bottle, and Iskra mocks Kaylee's overconfidence. The group realizes they've risked exposure for nothing. Jizz, the practical one, sighs that they can't keep scraping crumbs forever. They need something big, something that'll actually pay. They start debating what kind of score they should chase next, but none of them know where to look. That's when they decide to visit Orla, an eccentric fortune teller who lives on the edges of town. Orla isn't magical. She's a con artist, a gossip broker, and the kind of person who knows everyone's dirty secrets. She greets the rats with sly amusement, calling them her little pests. She doesn't need a crystal ball to see through them. She already knows who's been stealing, cheating, and running from whom. Mistel cuts to the point. They need information, rumors of anything valuable, any big event where rich fools will gather. Orla leans back, amused, and says she's heard of an inheritance dispute down in Tiffy, or a crooked bar witch in Gliswin who deals with the Nisser gang. But the rats want something bigger, something dangerous. Finally, Orla lowers her voice. She mentions one more rumor, something truly worth the risk. A man named Dominic Huvenagel, the biggest fight promoter this side of the Aruga, is opening a new underground arena in Amarillo. It's said to be his grandest event yet, filled with nobles, warlords, arms dealers, and depraved aristocrats. The grand opening, Orla says, will be the bloodiest night the city has ever seen. Jizz's eyes light up at the mention of money. Kaylee jokes that if it's packed with warlords, it'll be packed with gold too. But Orla warns them the arena isn't just dangerous, it's cursed by the people running it. The man Huvenagel hired to manage the new fights is Bert Brigden, a mercenary and butcher who once led the massacres during the Ebbing Rebellion. He slaved women, slaughtered innocents, and grew rich selling human lives. Now, he says, he's moving up in the world. As her words sink in, the laughter fades. The rats exchange looks. They've faced guards and soldiers before, but Brigden's name lands heavy. He's a monster in human skin, and his involvement means this arena job isn't just a heist, it's a suicide run. But danger never scared them. It excites them. Reef grins, Kaylee smirks, and Jiz mutters that if the prize is big enough, they'll find a way in. Mistel stays quiet, though. Her face hardens, her mind clearly far away. Orla catches it. She sees Mistel's eyes change, like she recognizes the name. Orla's voice grows softer. "You know him, don't you?" But Mistel doesn't answer. She only whispers, "Tell us everything you know." The screen fades, and the score swells under the tension. After the rats hear from the fortune teller Orla about the upcoming arena fight in Amarillo, everything changes. The score is bigger than anything they've ever pulled, but it's also far more dangerous. The arena belongs to Dom Huvenagel, the ruthless crime lord of the South, and his right-hand man, the sadistic mercenary Bert Brigden, runs the show. The rats don't care about the odds. All they see is gold, power, and a way out of the streets. Days later, Brigden inspects his arena, a fortress built for blood. He barks orders to his guards, making sure the pit is ready for the grand opening. But behind closed doors, Brigden has his own plans. He's tired of working under Dom Huvenagel. He's planning a betrayal, something that will make him the most feared name in Amarillo. Hidden beneath the arena, Brigden's alchemists prepare a secret weapon, a creature born of pain, magic, and blood. To the crowds, it'll be a showstopper. To Brigden, it's the key to his empire. Meanwhile, the rats make their move. To prepare for the heist, they disguise themselves as workers and sneak into the arena grounds. Under the cover of dust and chaos, they map guard routes, study coin deliveries, and look for the vault where Brigden stores his betting money. Reef counts timing between patrols, asks jokes trying to calm his nerves, and Mizzle watches everything like a hawk. While searching, two rats, Mizzle and Kaylee, slip through a back tunnel. The air grows damp, the walls narrow, and before long, they're deep in the bowels of the arena. The gate behind them slams shut. They force it open, pushing deeper, until they hear a low guttural growl. A shadow moves in the dark, massive arms, inhuman legs, and claws that scrape stone. The creature charges. The girls barely escape, running until they burst into the sunlight, panting and terrified. When they regroup, everyone argues. Reef shouts that this job isn't worth dying for. Ass says they aren't witchers, they can't fight monsters. But Mizzle insists they've come too far to quit. That's when she gets an idea. They'll find a witcher to help them, someone who knows how to kill the creature and still help them pull off the heist. Their search leads to Brehen, an aging witcher, living on scraps, performing fake fights in taverns for coins. When the rats first meet him, he's drunk, bitter, and broke. They tell him about the creature under the arena and the prize money that could set them all free. He laughs, saying he doesn't kill monsters for thieves. But when they mention the payment, and he remembers the promise he made to a woman he owes, he gives in. "Fine, but I'm not dying for your stupidity." Brehen follows them back to their hideout. He studies the arena's map and sketches symbols across parchment. He asks for books, old texts on curses and alchemy. Two of the rats break into the city library to get them. It's a bloody mess. They end up fighting guards and barely make it out alive, clutching the Witcher's book. As the group studies the pages, Brehen explains that monsters like the one they saw are maledictions, twisted experiments that combine dark magic and human suffering. Someone made that thing, and whoever did it wanted power. He shows Mizzle how to brew an extraction tonic, a potion that can weaken the curse just long enough to strike a killing blow. Meanwhile, other members of the rats are running side missions. Reef and Ass infiltrate a brothel to find an arena official who can give them a way inside. Ass poses as a bodyguard, saving the man from an ambush,
earning their group a VIP seal that guarantees entry for security on fight night. Everything is coming together, slowly, dangerously. In the background, Brigden's betrayal deepens. He meets with his alchemists in secret, discussing the perfect fighter he's creating for the grand opening. He smirks, a monster that obeys no one, not even the gods. His plan is to unleash it in front of the nobles, sell its formula to Nilfgaard, and eliminate Dom Huvenagel on the same night. The Witcher trains with the rats. At first, they're a disaster. No coordination, no discipline, just kids swinging sticks. Brehen yells, corrects, and teaches them how to move, how to breathe, how to fight fear. He tells them that fear isn't weakness, it's proof you're still alive. Slowly, the group starts acting like a team. Even Brehen begins to feel something he hasn't felt in years: belonging. As the night before the fight approaches, the rats celebrate. A small, secret party in their hideout. Music, laughter, stolen wine. Reef calls it the Last Supper. Mizzle watches them all with quiet pride. When the moment feels right, Ass turns to her. "You said you knew Brigden before," he says softly. "We need to know what we're walking into, Mist. Who is he to you?" The room falls silent. The laughter fades. Mizzle takes a deep breath. "I met Bert Brigden 2 years ago, the day before my wedding." She tells them her story, how she was once the daughter of a nobleman, engaged to Lord Genzir, the leader of the rebellion against Nilfgaard. But on the eve of her wedding, Brigden's soldiers raided their home. They burned everything, killed her family, and took her prisoner. Her best friend, Juniper, tried to protect her, but Brigden beat Juniper to death in front of her eyes. Mizzle's voice cracks as she continues. "He enslaved us, used us, sold girls to brothels across the border. Juniper was the first he experimented on. She became one of his monsters." Tears fill her eyes, but she forces herself to finish. "So, when I say this job isn't about money, it's because I'm ending the man who took everything from me." The others are stunned into silence. Brehen steps closer and places a hand on her shoulder. "Then we'll make sure he never hurts anyone again." They all nod. No jokes, no doubts, just a shared fire. The rats aren't thieves anymore. They're a family with a purpose. That night, under the dim candlelight, Mizzle draws a dagger across her palm. One by one, the others do the same, pressing their hands together. To blood and fire, we take care of each other. Outside, thunder breaks over Amarillo. The arena looms in the distance, glowing red in the storm. Inside its walls, Brigden sharpens his knives and finalizes his betrayal. Tomorrow night, every secret will come out. Tomorrow night, monsters will bleed.
Night settles over Amarillo, thick with the hum of drums and the glare of firelight. The long-awaited blood games are about to begin. Crowds roar as torches flare and gold banners ripple in the smoky air. But beneath that noise, the rats move like shadows, their final plan ready to unfold. 2 of them slip quietly through the workers' gate disguised as handlers. 3 others, including Assi, the young fighter they've trained for weeks, hide among the tournament brawlers, pretending to be hired muscle. Deep below, Missile, Reef, and the Witcher Brehen move through the old tunnels leading to the vault beneath the ring, where rumor says the prize money is kept, and where a demon guards it. Up above, Arena Master Bert Brigden greets the night's guests, noblemen, soldiers, and killers alike, including the infamous bounty hunter Leo Bonhart. Brigden forces a smile, trying to hide his nerves, because tonight he plans to betray his own masters and seize the power for himself. In the tunnels, Brehen halts before an ancient rusted gate. "When I give the potion, it'll weaken the beast," he warns.
Only then can I strike. He drinks from a small vial. His veins turn black, his eyes gleam silver. He steps into the dark, sword drawn. From the shadows comes a shriek. Claws scrape against stone. The creature lunges. Steel meets flesh. Sparks explode, and Brehen slams another potion straight into the demon's fanged mouth. It convulses, howls, then bolts away into the darkness, wounded but alive. "Now!" Brehen yells. The rats rush in, ripping open chests and scattering gold across the floor. Coins rain down, the vault echoing with laughter. For a moment, it feels like victory. Then, a whisper. A movement in the dark. Missile turns and freezes. The demon stands before her again, trembling, half human now, its broken face flickering under torchlight. Her voice catches. Juniper. It's her, the woman she loved, the one she lost. The others raise their weapons, but Missile shouts, "Stop! Don't hurt her!" Reef yells that she's seeing ghosts again, but she cries, "She's cursed! She's still alive inside it!" The Witcher quickly raises his hand and casts a sign, slamming the creature against the wall with magic. It roars, trapped. Missile begs him to save her. Brehen hesitates. He's too weak, but he starts forming a plan. Up above, the crowd cheers as the arena master's assistant steps into the ring. "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special surprise tonight," he announces, glancing nervously at Brigden. At that moment, Brigden spots Leo Bonhart watching him from across the stands. Fear flashes in his eyes. Bonhart leans forward, his voice cold. "What's so special tonight?" Brigden stammers a reply and rushes off toward the lower tunnels to find his assistant. In the dark corridor below, Brigden corners the man. "Where's the surprise?" he demands. The assistant shakes his head. "I can't do this anymore. You're betraying your master. I'm out." He turns and flees into the darkness. Brigden curses and follows, only to see Missile emerge from the shadows, dagger in hand, rage burning in her eyes. She lunges, he blocks, twisting her wrist. "Still alive, little rat?" he sneers. They fight viciously, crashing into crates and firelight. She slashes his arm, he shoves her back. She stumbles, tumbling down a stairwell straight into the beast cage below. Brigden follows, not knowing he's walking into her trap. Below, the Witcher senses her. Blood drips from his wounds, but he focuses, preparing a transfer ritual, a spell to move the curse from Juniper onto Brigden. "Now!" he roars as the ground trembles above. But before he can complete it, a metallic clang echoes behind him. Leo Bonhart steps into the light, his face twisted in a grin. "Not yet," he growls, and hurls a heavy iron bar through the Witcher's stomach. Brehen falls to one knee, blood spilling. "There's only room for one monster hunter here," Bonhart says, drawing his sword and slashing Brehen's shoulder. Up above, chaos ignites. The fights spiral out of control. Asius suddenly shoved into the ring. It wasn't part of the plan. The crowd cheers, chanting his name, "Babyface of Turn." Wreath panics, throwing another fighter into the pit to distract the guards. Green flares burst into the air, flames racing through the stands. Panic spreads as people scream and trample for the exits. Down below, the two Witchers clash. Brehen and Bonhart lacked in a brutal fight of steel and rage. The moment Brehen's grip falters, the demon breaks free from his spell. It screeches and charges straight at the rats. Reef shouts, "We have to kill it!" Missile hesitates. Her eyes fill with tears. The monster's claws slice across Reef's shoulder, and that's when instinct takes over. With a cry of agony, she drives her sword deep into the creature's chest. The demon lets out a broken cry, Juniper's voice, before collapsing lifeless at Missile's feet. She drops beside her, sobbing uncontrollably. As she weeps, Brigden staggers up behind her, grabbing a blade. Before he can strike, Assi storms in from the tunnel, swinging his weapon. The blow lands clean. Brigden falls dead beside the demon. The Witcher, still bleeding, overpowers Bonhart long enough to shove him back. He yells to the rats, "Go! Run!" Missel looks back one last time at him, tears and blood mixing on her face. They turn and flee into the chaos above. Bonhart rises again, driving a knife through the Witcher's lung. Brehen gasps, the world fading, but in his hand something glows, a green Witcher stone, pulsing like fire. He smiles faintly and whispers, "For the rats." Then he hurls it upward. The explosion shakes the world. Green fire floods the tunnels, sweeping through stone and flame. The entire arena erupts. Cages collapse. The stands shatter. The city burns. Hours later, what's left of the rats gathers by the riverside. Bruised, bleeding, but alive. They sit in silence, the dawn rising beyond the smoke. Reef raises a cup. He says, "To family. All of us. 7 of us." Missel adds, "To Brehen, the worst Witcher we ever met." They laugh through their tears. She whispers one more name. "To Juniper." Reef nods. "To being alive. 'Cause if you're alive, you're already winning." They walk away into the sunrise, leaving the fire behind. But deep in the ruins, the ashes move. From the rubble rises Leo Bonhart, burned but breathing. He picks up Brehen's medallion, smiles coldly, and whispers, "In the end, I always win."